Hey guys. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are exploring the wonderful world of Sigma Beauty with their new Disney Princess Cinderella collection. I got the whole thing, girl. So there will be timestamps in the description box if you just want to see about something specific. Otherwise, we're just gonna dive right in. I will say I'm a little bit perturbed at how long this took to get to me. I had like done my manicure extra special just for this. My manicure was giving serious Cinderella glass slipper vibes, but the manicure expired before this ever got to me. So now I'm rocking this like witchy, kind of spooky, like this nail polish is literally called Black Magic. I love it, but it does not match with the Cinderella. If you want to see what I'm talking about though, go watch my latest story time video so you can see what I'm referring to, because it was a gorgeous manicure. Anyways, okay, let's start with this bag. Oh my god. So first of all, this is massive. This is way bigger than I had ever expected it to be. Oh, that's so pretty. Wow. This is nice. I'm really excited though, because I've never tried anything from Sigma before. Ooh, I don't like to use brushes for foundation anyways, so we'll have to check these two out at a different point in time. This bag is really cool. I actually am really, ooh, and then on the inside, it's got like the carriage and stuff. Can you see that? This is a nice bag. I actually really was very drawn to the shades in this cheek palette, so I'm excited to check these out. Ooh, okay. The shade looks a little peachier than I was expecting. Not really like my go-to type of shade, but it definitely looks like a shade that will work just fine for me. I love the little imprints in here. So look, you can see it's Cinderella and her prints, and then the little carriage. So stinking cute. So there's the highlighter, and that's the blush. Gorgeous, gorgeous, darling. Let's give it a go. So the blush is called Ever After. Pretty messy, dusty in the pan. Ooh, but that goes on really nice, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm not loving this shade as much as I was hoping I would. It's just a little orangey for me. Now see, I done too much. Ah! It's still a nice shade of blush. It's just not gonna be my new go-to for sure. I will say I appreciate that it's pigmented, since it's the only blush that they came out with for this collection. It could potentially work for deeper skin tones since it is pretty pigmented. Okay, I'm not mad about it. Not living, not loving, not dying, not gagging. But it works. Okie dokie, artichokey. Let me see if I can find a highlighter brush. I've got good feelings about the highlighter though. I think I'm gonna like this highlighter. Ooh, wow. Okay, it has a little goldishness to it when it's applied, but maybe it's because I'm kind of doing it over the blush a little bit. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know why, but I have terrible peripheral vision on the right side of my head. So I don't know, but this side looks great. Okay, fun. Yeah, I gotta say, I was really hoping that I was gonna like this cheek palette more. It's not bad. It's a little more pigmented than what I like, and it's a little bit warmer than what I like, but I would say that it's a pretty universal friendly blush, and the highlighter I'm really enjoying. I think the highlighter's super pretty. If y'all only knew how many times I've almost bought a Sigma eyeshadow palette. I almost got one of those little 9 pans that they released a few months back. I almost got their little Cora de Rosa or whatever eyeshadow palette, but I just never pulled the trigger. And when I saw this one, I was like, oh, I absolutely have to have that. Oh my god. This is so pretty. So first of all, check out the little like insert. What? Are you kidding me? It's bigger than I was expecting it to be, and it's just absolutely stunning. Oh, it's so pretty. What am I gonna do? Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's a murder. Let's swatch them real quick. I like can't believe how gorgeous this is, honestly. You know, I love to see brands do like Disney collabs, but I just don't like it when they're kind of phoned in, you know? Like they're using a theme that they know is pretty popular, but it's not like, you know, they don't do it full out. Like some of the ColourPop collections, the I Heart Revolution, I'm like, I love Disney, but I don't love how just blah these palettes are, you know? So when I saw Sigma do this one with Cinderella, oh my God. Some of these shimmer shades are just stunning. I love the layout, I love the color story. I'm just here for it, I really am. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I just dropped the brush. Eee! So bam, there it is. Our little Disney Princess palette. I have no idea what I'm gonna do today. There is one other factor for me to consider, and that is the little lip duo that comes with this. I feel like the lipstick might be a little bit warm, so I do want to get these out and just check them out and see. Oh, I don't know. It looks pretty neutral, actually. Yeah, it's a little bit of like a warm nude. So, what does that mean for me today? I'm gonna put some of the lip gloss on real quick. Ooh, girl. Okay, that is stunning. Gives you a really frosty looking lip. Okay, folks, so what are we gonna do today? I don't know. There's not really like a transition shade in here. I mean, I guess maybe this shade Pumpkin. It's quite warm though, huh? I'm gonna take the double-ended brush that's in here and I'm just gonna use a little bit of this shade Cinders, this kind of neutral brown right there. These shadows seem pretty pigmented, so I'm gonna work pretty lightly. Okay, so the pigmentation is not overwhelming. Love that. Okay, I'm not loving how this fluffy brush is working for this shade. It's not a bad blending brush, it's just that this shade, the way that I'm trying to like build it up and blend it out is not working. I just need this one to be like a little bit more pointed. It's a little bit like, you know, poofed out. These shadows are working quite wonderfully though. Well, at least this one, the Cinders shade is working great. Okay, so as per usual, I've been having some technical difficulties. I've been having all kinds of difficulties. Not just technical difficulties, but in relation to the video, they were technical. Just in that my camera turned off without letting me know. So I was just sitting here like talking to you guys while I was doing my makeup, and I looked up and it's not even recording. So I don't really remember what the last thing that I said was, or last thing I did, but let me tell you how I finished up the eye look, because I don't think that we got that part on here. So I just took some of this shade Wishful, which is just a regular metallic, so it's not actually glittery. And I put it on the inner part of my lid and blended it together with that shade Fantasy. Hopefully you guys are able to get a good look at it from how I'm positioned by the camera right now, because it looks so good. I'm honestly so impressed with the shadows in this palette, at least the ones that I used today. I mean, this is a beautiful look that I would do like all the time. Like, I'm really feeling this. I love these shades. I love this brown because it leans, it's like a little bit of a reddish brown, and this kind of mauvey purple glittery moment, this sort of champagne-y. I mean, they're just so nice. Like, the colors just are really, really pretty. I'm living for it. Please ignore the eyelashes if they look crazy. I had a whole eyelash moment where I went to put on my regular eyelashes that I use glue for, and when I stuck it on, I got like a big old glop of glue right into my eyeball. So my eye was watering. I used this little cotton thing to like soak up my tears, and that caused like little pieces of cotton to stick to my lower lashes as well as my top lashes. So that was a mess. When all the dust had settled from that and I went back to put these lashes on, I couldn't find one of them, so I just went and grabbed some of my backup lashes. So I stuck those on, and then I unclipped my hair and I went like this, and the missing lash was stuck to my hair. So it's been that kind of a morning, but I'm actually really liking my makeup. So that is an upside. I am loving this liquid lipstick, actually. What is this shade even? It's called Dreamy. So I was worried that it was gonna be a little warm, like almost terracotta-like for what I like to use, what I normally go for, but it goes on actually quite neutral. But I definitely don't have any shades in my collection that are quite like this one, but I think that this could work for a lot of things. So I see myself reaching for this one quite often, and the formula is really comfortable. It's like a dry down matte liquid lipstick, but it's a very comfortable matte liquid lipstick, so I'm living. I'm gonna come back and do another look with this palette. So anyways, I'm gonna do another one. Ah! I dropped it like face down like this on my desk. Ooh, but it's okay. Nothing broke, everything's good. So anyways, stay tuned. All right, dudes and dolls. What's up? Okay, so I'm here boiling. Not really, it's just kind of warm in here as always. I did use my Sigma blush and highlighter today. Ooh, ooh, ooh. As well as the Cinderella, or rather, it's the shade Dreamy liquid lipstick. So here's the thing. I actually did already do a second look with this palette, and I recorded it and everything. I just never recorded the second part of it where I'm like finished with my makeup and I show y'all like the completed look. So anyways, I'm having to do it again, but I can tell you a little bit about those shadows that I used. I used the two purple mattes as well as this purple glittery shade, this shade One of a Kind, the silvery one, and this shade Sweet Nightingale. So I used a lot of shades for that look. The purple mattes, they're not my favorite to blend, I'll be completely honest. And I mean, they're purple, so it's, you almost kind of expect that a little bit with purple. It's just kind of a hard shade to work with in general. But I got it to work. It just took me some time. So you gotta be patient with blending these guys. And then as far as the three shimmer shades that I used, each one of them is really, really beautiful on its own, but together it just kind of looked like a mess. So I had put the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo shade on the outer corner, I had the Sweet Nightingale in the middle, and then this one, One of a Kind, on the inner corner, and tried to kind of blend them all together. And it was cute, it just didn't look like, oh wow, so pretty, really nice, like I felt like my first look where I used these shades did. So anyways, I gotta do something else today, and I'm thinking that I'll go with blue. Blue can be really tricky too, so this will be an experience for sure. So I think I'm gonna start with a little bit of this shade Courtyard, the kind of greener one. These colors, oh, don't usually look very good on me. Like, it usually kind of just looks like I got punched in the face, you know, and I had like a week old bruise there. But we'll try it, whatever. Yeah, I'm not loving the color, so I think I'm probably just gonna keep it pretty light like this and not really build it up any more than that. But again, I do appreciate that these shadows don't overwhelm you with pigment. Okay. Yeah, so just not the best. I mean, I like the color, don't get me wrong. It's just a color that I just don't feel like looks that good on me. Blue I can do though, so we're gonna go into the deeper blue shade called Hopeful, and I am hopeful that I will like this look that I do today, that it will be quick and non-complicated. But that's, you know, perhaps asking a lot. Okay, not my best work, but it's gonna have to do. We gotta move on. Okay, so now I'm gonna use some of this shade, Wishful. I just love this one so much. It's just like a perfect inner corner lid shade, you know? I love it. So, so good. What a gorgeous shimmer shade. I mean, this whole palette was worth it just for this shade. I love it. Okay, now I'm gonna take some of the gold shade, Charming, actually. And this I could potentially end up regretting, but I am gonna go ahead and just put it on the outer corner. Might ruin the whole thing. We'll find out. It's not amazing, but it's okay. I think the rest of it looks good. So, liner, lashes, be right back. Da 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 da! All right, so there she is. The final look. Honestly, of the 3 looks that I did with this palette, my first look was my favorite. So I find the deeper, more colorful mattes, they're a little bit more challenging to blend. You can get it to a good place. It's just gonna take you some more time to blend those guys out. I did really enjoy this red brown though called Cinders, as well as this one Fantasy, and of course Wishful that I have on my lid. That first look was just like the bomb. I just loved it. So I like this one. I think it's pretty. I liked the other one that I did. I think it's pretty, but I definitely like the neutrals in this Cinderella palette more. Ooh, look at the back of it. More than I liked the colorful shades, which is interesting because it usually goes the other way for me. Although, who doesn't love a good neutral moment? Speaking of a neutral moment, I am really enjoying this Cinderella Dreamy liquid lipstick. It's a matte liquid lipstick, but it's kind of like a velvet matte. So it transfers a little bit, but it does wear for a long time. So I just really like it. And I like that they went with a color that would work with literally everything that's going on in this palette. All 3 looks that I did with this palette, I wore this liquid lipstick and it worked perfectly for it. So I'm really glad that they included that in here. I'll have to play with the gloss a little bit more. I just don't use gloss as much, period. So, and then the little blush palette and the highlighter palette, I can definitely recommend this guy. I like both of the pans that are in here and I plan on continuing to use them. Like I said, I've got them on again today. And I think that they're really nice. You want to use caution with the blush just because it is a little pigmented. So if you layer it too much, then you could get something a little too heavy. But I think it's a good thing because I think that this little face palette is kind of like, multi-skin tone friendly. I think it could work for a lot of different people because of the pigmentation level and the shade. So I'm digging it. As far as the brushes go, the brushes weren't my favorite, if I'm being totally honest. And I think it's just because they're like brushes that I'm not really used to. So I think I just kind of need to practice a little more with these types of blending brushes and I might ultimately like them. The rest of them, like the packer brush and the pencil brush, like the, other brushes were good. So it's mostly just like the blending brushes that I'm extra particular about, of course. And because these eyeshadows were a touch challenging to blend, I definitely liked using my normal brushes more than I did the Sigma brushes. But all in all, I am really impressed with Sigma as a brand. I'm impressed with all of the products that I got. They definitely lived up to their hype, in my opinion, and I'm looking forward to trying more from them in the future. So let me know what you guys think. What Disney princess should Sigma do next? Anyways, I gotta go. I need to get going. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.